So a doubly ionized lithium atom, atomic number Z is equal to 3. You are supposed to calculate wavelength of the radiation required to excite electron in lithium 2 plus from first to third Bohr's orbit. First to Bohr's third orbit. That means from third energy level to first energy level, there is a transition of an electron. Because of that, there is energy released over there. From there, you should just substitute E is equal to H nu, which is equal to Hc by lambda. This is equation number 1. This is equation number 2. From here, you will get wavelength lambda. So first find this energy E. This energy, if I calculate from E3 to E1, it is minus 13.6 electron volt minus of minus 122.4 electron volt. This is in electron volt. That's the energy. And if you calculate it, you will be getting nearly 108.8 electron volt. This is energy released. And this you need to equate it to Hc by lambda. So lambda is equal to Hc divided by E. So lambda will be written as 6.67 into 10 power minus 34 into 3 into 10 power 8 divided by 108.8 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. This you will get answer in meter. So if you calculate this, nearly you will be getting 114.25 into 10 power minus 10 meter, or you can write it as lambda is 114.25 angstrom. This is the wavelength of electron, the wavelength of the photon emitted by an electron from lithium 2 plus ion when it is undergoing transition from first energy orbit to third energy orbit. The hydrogen atom, initially it is in the ground state. It is absorbing a photon which excites it to n is equal to fourth level. So therefore, energy difference delta E can be written as 13.6 into 1 by n1 square minus 1 by n2 square into electron volt. I will write it as 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joule. That is in joule. So n1 is, however, ground state. n1 will be equal to 1 and n2 will be equal to 4. You can just substitute that here. Delta E will be equal to 13.6 into 1 minus 1 by 16 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joule. This is 15 minus 15 divided by 16. 13.6 into 15 by 16 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joule. That is energy. We know that delta E is equal to H nu. From here, nu will be delta E divided by H. It is 13.6 into 15 divided by 16 into 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 divided by 6.67 into 10 power minus 34. This gives you frequency nu. And frequency is approximately 3.1 into 10 power minus it is 3.1 into 10 power 15 hertz. This is frequency of the radiation which is emitted. and wavelength lambda is equal to c divided by nu. It is 3 into 10 power 8 divided by 3.1 into 10 power 15. And if you calculate this, you will get lambda, which is 9.7 into 10 power minus 8 meter. That is frequency and wavelength of the emitted radiation when when electron is undergoing a transition from n is equal to 1 to n is equal to 4. Use Bohr's quantum condition to solve this problem. Electron is it's not electron here. Earth is revolving around the sun. Let me consider this is Earth and here is the sun. Earth is revolving around the sun in particular orbit, and orbit radius is given 1.5 into 10 power 11 meter, and with orbital speed 3 into 10 power 4 meter per second. Mass of the Earth is given as 6 into 10 power 24 kg. This is the data given to you. You are supposed to find out principal quantum number of the Earth which is revolving around the sun. So of course, quantum rules are applicable for both microscopic particles and as well as macroscopical objects. So quantum theory is applicable for huge masses and smaller masses. For Earth, you can apply quantum rules, and for electron also you can apply quantum rules. But classical rules are not applicable for electron. Quantum rules are applicable for both the masses. But classical rules, we cannot use it to electron. So I'll now find out principal quantum number of this Earth revolving around the sun. So according to Bohr's quantum condition, the Earth should be revolving around the sun in particular orbit where its angular momentum is quantized. So where in which position angular momentum of the Earth is quantized, only in that probable position Earth will be revolving around the sun. Therefore, when in this revolving orbit, Earth revolve around sun in proper orbits where its angular momentum is quantized. So wherever the positions of angular momentum is quantized, in only those probable orbits, electron will be revolving around, Earth will be revolving around the sun. We know that angular momentum L bar is equal to R bar cross P bar. If I just take magnitude of this, I can write L is equal to mvr. This is from classical theory. Angular momentum L is equal to R cross P. In rotational motion, you will learn that. This is from classical part. I'll just equate this with quantization rule. What is quantization rule? According to Bohr's quantum condition, angular momentum should take a proper value which is equal to nh divided by 2 pi. This is Bohr's quantization rule. Now in these two, like from this equation 1 and 2, you can just substitute that nh by 2 pi is equal to mvr. From here, n is equal to mvr into 2 pi divided by h. So this gives you n is equal to 2 into 3.14 into mass of the Earth is 6 into 10 power 24. Velocity of Earth is 3 into 10 power 4. Radius of that is 1.5 into 10 power 11 divided by h is Planck's constant. 6.67 into 10 power minus 34. So if you calculate these all, you will be getting n as principal quantum number, and it will be nearly equal to 2.6 into 10 power 74. It is just a number. It's very large number because the mass of Earth is very huge. So principal quantum number is 2.6 into 10 power 74, very large value. And even from there you can calculate energy of Earth which is revolving in that particular orbit.